Hi everybody, here is the video lecture for Wednesday. I believe it's going to be the 16th. Okay, today is the 15th, it's Tuesday when I'm recording this. Okay, well, I'm mainly going to be just recapping and making sure everybody is aware of what expectations are for this coming Monday, or not, excuse me, Monday after Thanksgiving. Monday on the 28th is when we'll be meeting again. First thing, make sure you get the quizzes done for Module 17 and Module 18. Module 17 has to do with databases and their citation generators. So, the M17 quiz is the Works Cited Set 2 questions. Okay? And then you'll go down a little bit further. We're not going to be doing the M17 class activity, correcting the citations together or anything like that. We basically got too much going on and too little time to complete. Okay, but we will have enough time to complete all of your other materials and get that final paper in as well. So, the M18 lesson on basic in-text citations, I did one behind me. Men are crazy. Open bracket, Smith, 25, close bracket. Okay, that's this basic way that you do an in-text citation. Okay, where Smith is the author, and you have your entire works cited page at the end. It's not going to do me too much good if you say Smith, page 25, and I don't see a book for Mr. Smith. Make sense? Okay, so that's basically what we're going to be looking at. If you need to, for help with the quiz on M17 or M18, all you have to do is go and look at the lesson, M18 lesson, Basic In-Text Citations 1, and lesson, Basic In-Text Citations 2. I'm looking over at the other screen to make sure I get these right for you. And if you're looking at 17, you'll go to the M17 lesson, which is databases and their citation generators. Remember, if you just hit generate a citation, it's not always going to be accurate. You also have to look for the publisher, especially if it's the magazine, in addition to things like the author, the magazine itself, the date of the magazine, and the pages that are being used. Normally, the citation generators will do that for you. If you need help doing that, the librarian over at TCC is definitely available, more than willing to assist you. Okay? You also can email me, although to be quite honest, I'm going to be kind of busy the next couple of days myself, Thanksgiving and everything else, but I will do what I can to assist. Just going over a couple of other things I'm looking at here, once again, to go over what our schedule is going to be. Monday, we had 11:14, that was yesterday, okay, on Monday night. We looked at the various forms of citations. There are videos you can look at in M17 and M18, parts 1 and 2, if you want to recap those. If you need more attempts at the quizzes, again, email me, but I cannot guarantee I'm going to get those to you before we meet again. I'll do my darndest, but can't promise. I'll do what I can. Okay? So please try to do well. Have a good Thanksgiving, and when we meet again on Monday the 28th, what you need to do, bring in paper copies of your rough drafts for peers, review, and submission. You'll have a place where you can shoot those rough drafts for me to say stuff and for me to give you credit for those rough drafts as well. Then, our last class is going to be December 5th, Monday night, December 5th. You will bring in paper copies to me, and just to be safe, because you know how Canvas has been this semester, you can submit them to the spot I'll have available for you. Probably will be part of M18. I'll figure that part out. But I will erase the other lesson modules and things like that since we're not going to be using them. Okay? But yeah, so once again, Monday, the 28th, after Thanksgiving, show up with your rough drafts. And I have, as the, if you need an example there, go to M17 Outline for Final, okay? Because the outline for your final, okay, which you are going to be turning in for Wednesday, tomorrow, Wednesday the 17th, is the day you guys have to have your outline in for, Wednesday the 16th, rather, is the day you've got to fire off your outline to me. Okay? And remember, your outline, and this is on the M17 outline for final, be sure you have your thesis statement. It's what you're going to talk about, your first claim, and your source for it. If you're telling me that video games are good, great. Just tell me in a little brief blurb what your source is. Magazine article from Joystick Magazine. Okay? Your second claim and its source, your third claim and its source. And then at least one counter argument. If you're going to say video games are good, you're going to have to give me at least one counter argument against that. Okay? And if you want to, you can take that counter argument down, but it has to be from a reliable source. So, for example, again, we did this when we talked about counter arguments a while ago. If you're going to have a counter argument against the idea that video games are good, okay, you're not going to find that on the Atari corporate website. You're going to try and find videogamesarebad.com, or there were various organizations, especially in the 1980s, that said that. But then again, those sources are kind of old now. All right. So you need to find a reliable counter argument and use all the stuff for arguments that we did before. Within the last 5 years, the person talking has to have some degree of expertise in the subject. Maybe they've written books about it. Okay, can't be just Billy Joe Jackson who wrote himself a little web page, okay, on it, or he's got his blog where he's wearing a tinfoil hat. I need to see, if you're going to have a counter argument, just like with any other argument, the person making the argument has to be a reliable source. Okay? So there's that. If you're having trouble finding those kinds of counter arguments, maybe you might want to change your topic. Okay? You want to say that green dodgeballs are poisonous? Great. Give me a reliable source to say that, and then find me another source that will say the opposite. Okay? That kind of thing. So once again, your outline. Due Wednesday. Have your thesis statement, your first claim and a source, second claim and a source, third claim and the source, one counter argument, and your conclusion statement. Okay? And these could all be about a sentence or two each. You don't have to write, the whole book. All right? All righty. And so that's what's due Wednesday is your outline. And we will meet again the Monday after Thanksgiving. You will bring in your rough drafts, you'll edit them, you'll shoot them to me, I'll edit them, and then you bring in your final copy on Monday the 5th of December, and we're done. Okay? All right, everybody. I hope that's good for everybody here. I'm going to turn this off now, and I am looking forward to seeing everyone. Hope everyone who will be celebrating Thanksgiving this year has an absolutely wonderful one. If for some reason you will not be doing so, I hope you have a great week off, holiday, whatever it may be. Anyways, take care. Have a great one. Bye-bye.